Well, Dallas and Wichita and Cincinnati all got wins and are still unbeaten in Week 5. How would the Rochester Pioneers fare? Early on, not well. Noe Terrasis making opponents snow angels and getting the first touchdown of the night and his first touchdown of the season. Houston up 7-0. We fast forward near the end of the first half. Ronnie Shanahan using the play action to his advantage, getting the herd in position. The train horn is blaring in New York, but they're not getting the stops. That's Millsap with the first down, and Houston tacks on a field goal just before the break. 10-0 herd. Start of the second half. Rochester's got no momentum. Here's some fumble. Scooped up, return for a touchdown, but the call was overturned, and so Rochester's still without points. Hand off to Ronnie Not-So-Everidge. His first carry gets 11. Then 2 plays later, Matt Wilson, back of the end zone to his buddy, Dijon Swan. Gets the goose egg off the board, 10-7. But just as quickly as that occurs, Ronnie Shanahan's pass is picked off. Oh, here we go, into the third quarter. Rochester's got all the momentum. Oh, nope, just kidding. Mike Denali, man on a mission, right down the middle of the field and scores. He had a pick in this game as well. DJ Simeon protecting that rock. A lot of fumbles out there in the snow. That results in a Houston field goal. They go up 20-7 with less than 2 minutes to go. Rochester no quit in him. Wilson over the middle. That is caught. Tick, 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 tick. Wilson, after a pass that looked like a touchdown, ruled incomplete. That one's caught at the 5. Eventually, Rochester scores. They recover the onside kick, and then their Hail Mary's caught, but 4 yards short of the end zone. Houston holds on to beat the Pioneers 20-14. Herd improved to 3-2. Rochester falls to 4-1. All right, New Orleans in New York tonight. The Claws 2-2. Lightning 1-3. New Orleans off and running early. Whisker LaFouche completed his first 12 passes of this game, but their first drive ends in 3. Brando Black, look at the time against the 4-man rush. Look at the blocking. Look at everything. Beautiful. McGee down the field for 41 yards to match his number. That gets New York on the board later in the second quarter to tie the game at 3. Whisker LaFouche. This man knows how to run the football. No spy. That's a problem for New York. All the way down to the 20. LaFouche gets touchdown number 6 on the ground this season. Just getting past the oncoming traffic of the Lightning. 10-3. Claws. Daniel Alvarez with that catch. Then Black again down the field just before the end of the first half. They'll get 3 points. 10-6. Lightning hanging around, but the offense still inconsistent. 3rd down and 11. LaFouche, whoop! Look at that against the blitz. Goes up the middle. What vision. Then 3rd down and 13 against more pressure. Finds the wide open receiver to get the first down. A clunky 43-yard field goal is good, but it doesn't matter how it looks. It just matters that it gets 3. Start of the fourth quarter, Brando Black said, all right, enough's enough. We're going down the field and we're scoring. Is this the pass of the night? Black back corner. Got it. Ryzen Rodriguez stumbling out of bounds, but holds on, and we're tied at 13. After a slew of fumbles and picks in the fourth quarter, we go to overtime. Ryzen Rodriguez gets into range. New York takes a 3-point lead, but New Orleans still has one last shot since the Lightning didn't get a touchdown. Claws picked. Cain Vasquez, he gets the touchdown there. A rare interception touchdown walk-off in overtime. New York wins 22-13. Milwaukee at Motor City tonight. This was a not so great start for the Motor City Mustangs. Opening drive for Milwaukee. Adam Wiseman had it going on. Back of the end zone, Dejon Wright for the score. After a Motor City interception, just Jack Brown's second of the season, Milwaukee gets a field goal. Then 3 plays into the next Motor City drive, Jack Brown fumbles, and it's recovered by the Stags. 2 turnovers in the first 5 minutes of this ball game, and Milwaukee's got more great field position. 4th and inches, step on their throat. Wiseman's pass caught. 17-0 Milwaukee before Motor City even had a first down. But the Mustangs still have James Walters, and he's still pretty good. 51 yards into the end zone for the score. Motor City's back in this thing, down just 10. Too much Milwaukee offense, though. Adam Wiseman, 4 touchdowns, no picks in this game. Moore dealing over the middle down to the 22-yard line. Fake the sweep. Now Rocco McLongfellow, untouched from 21 yards out, makes it 24-7. Play fake. He's covered. So we find Wright again down to the 21-yard line. More Stags offense. Wiseman, clean pocket, pass, caught, touchdown. Milwaukee struggled protecting Wiseman over the last couple of games. He was clean tonight. More Wiseman down the field. 31-7. Wiseman, I'll take another. To a guy I've never even heard of. Didn't even know he was on the team. Nice catch, 82. 38-7. Motor City getting some garbage time points. That field goal was good. 38-10. And then Jack Brown and the offense would get the ball back after recovering a cheeky onside kick recovery. One more for good measure. Brown finds an open target in for the score. Stags still win comfortably, though, 38-17. A nice road win for Milwaukee. Tennessee was at St. Louis tonight in the Central Division clash, and early on for Tennessee, it looked pretty good. Max Capone with that catch. And on 3rd down and 5, it's Ryan Davis taking off and sliding for the first down. The drive would end in 3-0 Ramblers. The Rivermen coming off a bye, just their second home game of the season, 2-1. Karen Kaizumi, always a threat to run, and pushes ahead for the first down. The gold-shoed quarterback finding the open target over the middle. That's Howes, and then Junior McCray untouched, and I'm just going to stop right here. Thank you very much. 7-3 St. Louis. Ryan Davis doesn't get more open than that. Finds Action Jackson down the field. Again, the drive stalls out. Tennessee with a field goal. Touchdowns will beat field goals any football game you play. That was the name of the game for St. Louis in the first half. Another completion for Kaizumi down to the 16-yard line. And then against heavy pressure, Homer J has touchdown number 1, 13-6. But look out, Tennessee blocks the extra point. And here we go, back the other way. The Ramblers flipping the script. Now it's 13-8. The lead is cut to 5. But just before the end of the first half, Kaizumi completes this pass over the middle. The clock runs out, but Joe Duncan called for a face mask penalty, which puts St. Louis into field goal range. They tack on the 3. Tennessee was never the same after that. First drive of the third quarter. Kaizumi rolling. Homer J, touchdown number 2 on the night for the big tight end. 23-8, then the field goal is good. 26-8 at the end of the third. Ryan Davis struggled with accuracy tonight, but this was his best pass. A pretty ball. I still have no idea how he caught that on the sideline. Davis eventually gets the Ramblers into the red zone, but too little too late. 26-15, Rivermen improved to 3-1. That was 8 minutes in UFL heaven.